And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Downtown Detroit shining brightly tonight. What a look at the Motor City from just across the river. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Victor Oladipo has a huge task and a long road in front of him making his way back from that knee injury. But you talk to his teammates, and they rave about his mental makeup. They say he's an incredible person, great to be around, the most positive guy they've ever played with. So, Kevin, if anyone can come back from this, he can.
You better believe it. Outstanding, David. Thank you. These two teams using their size to full advantage, Doris. Both teams able to run possessions through their big men up front.
And as you know, Kevin, in today's NBA, not every team has the personnel to enter the ball into the post and run action off of it. One of the things coaches will tell me, Kev, is there may be no more valuable thing at any level of basketball than a big man who's a triple threat, a guy with size who can pass, put it on the deck, or score himself.
Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. Warren and Turner at the 4 and 5. Ogden and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. And it's Lamb in at the 3 spot. And for Detroit, on the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Jackson is out there with Rose. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot.
You can see over time, Oladipo has so added to his offensive arsenal. You love to see the confidence with which he's playing.
And the basket by Jackson.
And back in his day, as coach of the Blazers, players called Nate McMillan Sarge for his style. Very tough and demanding.
The beauty, though, Greg, to me is Nate McMillan has adapted. He has given more leeway for his players and his assistant coaches. He's willing to take players aside and bring a more personal approach. And I think in today's NBA, that's critical.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Oladipo has it in the corner. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Count the basket.
You simply must respect the mid-range game of Victor Oladipo. When given the opportunity, he will capitalize.
Yep, that one goes.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Oladipo, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Shoots the 3, and it's Oladipo that time on the assist by Turner. That's 10 points for Victor Oladipo.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Rose finds Drummond. Brown outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. From deep. Jackson missing again.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have the confidence. You have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Pacers up by 6. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Andre Drummond says he's learned how to be a leader on this team.
Watching previous guys who've led this team and did the things that they did, I write that kind of stuff in the back of my head and just say, this is something I need to do this. Or if I see something I didn't like, this is something I probably will stay away from. And I think now that I'm in a role where I could kind of lead this team, I kind of have the blueprint on what I need to do to make this team successful.
And, Greg, with Blake Griffin, he's got somebody to take some of that leadership role alongside him.
And those two will be pivotal in deciding just how good this team can be.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Doumbouya. He's out there with Markieff Morris. Frazier is out there with Kennard. And it's Galloway in at the 2.
And you hear it all the time about how they say reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Now here is Holiday. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Sabonis with the bucket.
This guy's a skilled interior scorer. There's height, there's great shot selection. Sabonis doing work right now.
Frazier against Holiday. Frazier the pass to Doumbouya. Frazier scanning the floor. Out to Morris. Wide open look. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
Well, Markieff Morris likes to get his points without having to put the ball on the deck.
And here's Holiday. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oladipo. Doumbouya pulls it in. Here's Galloway. And the pass to Doumbouya. From downtown. No good that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pacers lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused and giving us what they have.
Dwayne, thanks a lot. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So it's Indiana who's out on top at the half. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Scoring in the paint, that's an area where they can improve. With the defense sagging in, they settle for a lot of jump shots in the first half. Coming out of the break, I think it'll be better running off pick and rolls, hitting cutters, moving toward the hoop. That old Boston Celtics style basketball.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. Victor Oladipo really making a difference here.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And so in the game for the Pacers. Lamb and Warren at the 3 and the 4. Ogden and Oladipo.
Boy, big-time athleticism from Victor Oladipo, up and off the ground in a hurry.
Pistons trailed by 7. And you look at the 2018 All-Star season for Oladipo, Doris. What was the development in his game that you saw that took him to the next level?
I think probably the part that made him almost unguardable is his willingness to shoot threes off the dribble. That deep threat, that willingness to space the floor and use the dribble drive to enhance that is probably what put him over the edge.
Pass to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And this is why this team considers Turner a defensive stalwart. Long arms, quick feet, the ability to contest shooters. Really good defense.
Pacers leading by 5. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Griffin against Warren. To the paint. Here's Turner, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, this is one aspect you'd like to see more of from T.J. Warren. We know he's a great scorer. Pretty dime there.
Drummond finds Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And guys, one thing that has been interesting to see since Blake Griffin came to Detroit is how he's developed as a leader, has come into his own with how he takes responsibility for the team's play.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Injuries have taken a toll on Griffin as he's gotten older, but shouldn't take away from what he's done over the course of his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Luke Kennard comes in for Bruce Brown, and Langston Galloway subbed in for Rose. Griffin hits them both. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Passes it to Warren. The shot comes out. Griffin with some nice D. And so Griffin will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Jackson. Back to Griffin. Shoots over Warren. They get the rebound. Drummond goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to go on Sabonis.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
The Pistons shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Free throw, no good for Drummond.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. It's the Pacers up 3. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the front line, the talented duo of Griffin and Drummond. Then there's Doumbouya, and it's Kennard in a shooting guard. That's the group for Detroit right now.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And both free throws good for Drummond. The Pacers shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Warren with the ball. On the wing, Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Warren. Jacks up a 3. And the 3 ball is good. Warren's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Wow, if T.J. Warren makes threes with consistency, it will unlock every other aspect of his game, and that's significant, guys.
And shot by Griffin, no good. Indiana leading by 4. And there's the pass to Warren. 1:04 left to play here in the 4th. Count it, good.
The way Warren controls his body is truly impressive. He's got the frame to absorb it.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Griffin against Warren. Griffin kicks to Doumbouya. It's up a 3. Galloway, no good. And an intentional foul right there. A different look here for Detroit. Brown comes in for Doumbouya. And it's Rose in for Langston Galloway. Miles Turner, he's checked in for the Pacers. Victor Oladipo comes in for Aaron Holiday. Griffin against Turner. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Brogdon the pass to Warren. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good. Detroit on D. They trail by 7. 6 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
The kick out to Rose to halt the run. And so the Pacers take the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Victor. You've been really playing well on offense of late. What's going right for you at that end of the floor?
Patience, man, experience, belief, faith, all the above, man. Just coming out here working on my game. I'm just going to continue to keep growing, continue to keep staying close to my teammates, continue to keep working hard, and continue to keep getting better.
That is a crowded locker room with all those things in there. Thanks, Victor. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.